Welcome to the Hood, everyone. I'm Zacharoni, and in 1985, Capcom, the makers of Mega Man, Street Fighter, and Resident Evil, released a side-scrolling platformer in the arcades known as Ghosts and Goblins, which was later ported to other platforms like the NES, Commodore 64, the Amiga, and the Atari XT. And when everyone played it, it was regarded as, until Battletoad took it, one of the hardest games ever made, which had two sequels titled Ghouls and Ghosts and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Then the series made a comeback in 2006 on the PSP titled Ultimate Ghosts and Goblins, and then two spin-off titles on iOS devices in 2009 and 10 titled Gold Knights. Now 11 years later, the series is making another comeback on the Nintendo Switch, and today I'll be a waiter who will be going through some of the features the game has to offer. So without further ado, please be seated, and here are the toppings on Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Okay, let's go straight to the options first, shall we? Right here. So for options, you got control settings where you can change the controller type from A to B and activate rapid fire mode presented with two types. And also you can turn up rumble feature if you don't want to feel the vibration from your controller. Display settings, well, you can change the text languages to 8 different languages, including French, Italian, Dutch, Spanish, and also a few Chinese and Japanese languages. You can display the HUD if you want to. Change the HUD sizes from small, medium, or large. Display the weapon and HUD pictures, and also alter the screen brightness if you can't see off its skippies, aka his boxer shorts. And then there's audio, where you can alter the volume for music and sound effects, and change the audio output from TV display to headphones and speakers. And there's also private policy, where you are given a list of conditions that Capcom wants you to have, but I'm sure they'll be generous of me of letting me show them what their game is exactly. So anyway, what is Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected? Well, this is actually not only for the old-time fans, but also the new players, because if you've grown up with Dark Souls but never played this series, then you're gonna be in for a rough ride. So Ghosts and Goblins Resurrected is a sequel / reboot to the 1985 arcade classic released by Capcom, and well, this game is no pushover. You'll definitely fail a lot in this game, more so in Dark Souls. And the basic premise is simple. Arthur's kingdom gets invaded and his princess gets kidnapped, and he's on a quest to get her back. So let's jump into a new game, and we'll set up a new save file which can hold up to 5 save files, and we'll go with this one. Now, at the start, you are asked to be given a difficulty setting. First up there, Legendary, Knight, Squire, and Page. And the difference is that each of these difficulties give you a set number of hits that your character can take. So if you set it to Legendary, you get 2 hits. Well, you can take 2 hits. Knight, where you can take up to 3 hits. Squire takes up to 4 hits. And Page also takes up to 4 hits, but you respawn on the spot that you immediately died from. But for this video, we'll be focusing on Squire, because I want to show you how hard and difficult this game really is. So let's click that. And also, the game does have an option for a second player, but unfortunately I couldn't really test it out since we're all still indoors really. So we'll just play single player mode for player 1. Now, in past Ghosts and Goblin games, they usually present itself in a linear structure, but in the first half of the game, you're actually being given a choice of multiple paths. So you can decide to take the graveyard, or you can take the extinction grounds. And I should say that these only happen twice really, because the rest of the game, well, it just goes straight to a linear path after that, really. So let's pick one of these paths, and we'll go with the graveyard. And also there are a number of things you need to get, like fairies and chests to find in each level. So, let's get into it. So as you see there, loading times last around 10 seconds, and the first thing you notice is the graphics. Yep, these graphics are actually hand-drawn from the environment to the character models, and surprisingly, this is actually powered by the RE engine, the same engine that was used for games like Resident Evil 7 and Devil May Cry 5. So it just proved to show that this engine is capable of not only for 3D style graphics, really. But before we go straight into the battle, I might just go through how Arthur played exactly. So first off, Arthur can jump, but once you jump in the air, you can't move him forward or backward. But if you're moving forward while jumping, you do the leap forward. And for attacking, he can do this. Yeah, he can throw projectiles. And basically, it can be thrown in any direction from up. And also, he can duck to throw them. And also, he can throw them underneath him. Unfortunately, no 8 direction throwing. And also, he started up with a lance weapon, but later on, he does pick up other weapons like a spinning blade of death, and also daggers. And also, there was one with a spike boulder. And also, I believe he can switch them out by pressing the top face button, which is actually the X button. Not confused with PlayStation, by the way. So anyway, the reason I started because there's a checkpoint there, and up there, and presented on the top left corner is a timer. And if you're playing it on Squire and not Page, you'll get the timer. You start off with the timer up to 7 minutes. But if it goes down, then you have to start over from the nearest checkpoint. But if I find a checkpoint that had a blue flag, it does this. Oh. Well, usually it just resets my clock, really, but I'm guessing it doesn't in this one. So that's a waste of time. So if long-time Ghosts and Goblin fans remember the soundtrack to the first level of Graveyard. Yep, all fully remastered. Presented like pianos. Oh, that's not the... So you might say, it was simple really. Well, it did actually multiple tries for me to play through. And trust me, I actually died at this a lot because I didn't pay attention to the environments and enemy patterns. So right now, let's destroy this and go up there to get up there. Oh, and made it. And also there's one of the chests. And collecting those statues give me bonus points. Gotta make sure they don't build eyeballs and hit me. Oh, and I can still get hit by that zombie. And I could go for that chest, but also you get secret rewards if you hit certain environments. And when you do, you hear that little noise right there. And now the chest is up there. So yeah, Arthur can take up to 3 hits, given I'm playing it on Squire, and right now, what you just saw there, I was down, results into a skeleton. So let's try this again. I'll go this way this time. Just so I can get that chest. And I should get another statue. Oh. Now for these. Oops, and I dropped me down. Ooh, don't want to get squished by those tombstones. Oop, whoop. And made it through there. And also that zombie, well, you can take him out with the body, but it's better to take him out from the head. And also if fans will remember this old-time adversary of Arthur coming up right now. Firebrain Bearer, how you pronounce him. Firebreed or Bearer. I should mention I did play the original Ghosts and Goblins. Well, basically it was from a PSP compilation of Capcom games. Well, arcade games, I should say. And admittedly, it was really hard. And this game shows it, really. You need to make sure he... Up. Ah, missed it. I would go straight on ahead. Oh! Oh! See what I mean? Really hard. That's why you need full memorization of the attack patterns and also enemy placements. Just like that. And luckily, you don't have to watch the cutscene again. You can just skip it. Sorry, skip it. Should have ducked there. That better. Really, I was trying to attack it. Thing is, I'm trying to wait for him to get on the ground just so I have a chance to hit him multiple times. Oh, an hour too early. Oops. Man. Oh. Gotta make sure he runs rush at me. Gotcha! And they're the dark chests, and the main difference is that if you destroy them, you get that, but if you destroy them quickly, an extra level is unlocked that you can come back to. In fact, let me just kill myself just to show you. So right now, let's take a detour back up here. Now, look at that tombstone right there. Remember it? Now, look what happened when I go near it. Bang. That opened a secret area, and this is actually an extra objective where you need to defeat a set number of enemies that are displayed on the top there. And once you defeat them all, you get a power armor that does extra damage. But that armor can easily come off if you take one hit. Also, if you notice that platform just stops suddenly a second, so the game is trying to trick you into taking leaps. The game wants you to take. And also, it's not afraid to throw everything at you, which we'll get to sooner in a bit. Need to get back through these guys without damaging my fancy gold armor. And I made it. And also this is one of the weapons, the hammer. Which is not really my favorite weapon. Oh, go on. Oh, there's a lance, which I actually prefer that weapon, really. Trying to see if I can stay alive long enough to keep this armor. Oh, and I lost it. See what I mean? One hit can actually make you lose that all-powerful armor. Oh! Well, good thing the chip stayed on there. Otherwise, the checkpoint would have been denied. And also those fairies. Well, I collected numerous of those fairies in this level so far, and there's a reason for it, which I'll get to later. Now we gotta get past through this guy to progress. And satisfaction, I managed to make it to a checkpoint. And it just got a dagger there. Oops. That was poor timing. So let's try and do this again. Yeah. So it's definitely not afraid of throwing everything at you. Oh, and I need to be quick on this one, otherwise I would drop down instantly. I actually discovered this for the first time, and I forgot about this chap, really. Oh. Oops, to my skippies now. Nah. Should I call them skippies or boxer shorts? Let's see what that would have got me. Ooh, nice new armor. I need that. And checkpoint here, and also at the end of each level, you get a boss encounter. Like this chap. The Cyclops. Which required multiple hits to take down. Up. And it's already creaming me. Up. Not this time. Oh. Ow. I did beat this after a few tries, really. So I guess it beat me now. So let's face him again. Oh. Come on. Oh, he touched me. Shoot me, sorry. Oh, what was I thinking? Keep moving. Oh, too slow there. Come on, focus. Whoa. Oh, no, wrong position. Get out of there. Oh, got him. Keep moving. Oh, not this time. Oh, not again. Oh, right. Ah. And I got him. And now I gotta catch that key. Nice catch. And level completed. At the end, you're given a valuation of your score. And also, if you're asking, no, unfortunately, there's no leaderboards for this game. Well, online leaderboards, I should say. Then after that, you unlock the next set of levels. And now the Umber Bee. I caught some Umber Bees, as they are called, and I can now take them to the Umber Tree. Here where I can actually unlock perks and power-ups, or magic as they called, like this one allow me to create firewalls, and this one allow me to create a thundershot storm that attack enemies from different directions, from up and down and left and right. There are also others as you unlock through the game, like there's this one that can transform enemies into frogs, but you can still get hurt if you touch the frogs. Medusa, where you can turn all enemies into stones. And then there's this one. Need to try. Oh. There we go. Boxer, where on his first attack it increases power if he's in his skippies. Gee, I should say boxer shorts, really. So you might say this is a lot, really, and yeah, it definitely is a lot, but the game is actually short, really. Completed. Well, I basically got they're basically 5 zones, really, with 4 of them being well, the extra 2 in each 4. The extra 2 making a total of 7 levels. But this is a but though. Ghosts and Goblins is also notorious for having one of the most infamous twists in video game history. And I'll probably show you in another save slot what I managed to gun. But if some people who are new to the series and don't want to know, well, you can stop right there and wait for the prices to come on in the next segment, which is presented with a timer right there. So anyway, let's head to that save slot, shall we? Alright, so this is my second playthrough save slot. And basically what every Ghosts and Goblin fan would know this, is that once you've beaten the game on your first go, the game actually tells you have to start again from the beginning. But in Ghosts and Goblin Resurrection, there's a twist this time. Instead, you unlock darker versions of each level under the name Shadow. So this one's the Shadow Graveyard, and this one is the Shadow Crystallized City. But we'll show you the Shadow Graveyard first. Also, this is something what I discovered while recording this, is that whatever checkpoint you manage to get to in a level, you can actually quit that level and then come back to the save point you managed to get to. So right here, I could start there, but I might as well just start here now. Loading times again, 10 seconds. Around 10 seconds, I should say. Now, big difference in these shadow stages, is that it's kind of dark and misty, and the thing is, some of the enemies are invisible if you don't have a certain, if a candle is exterminated or not. In fact, some enemies are invisible if you just get rid of the candle entirely. Oh. And now it's all dark. And also that gypster is now going to be haunting me. Not until I get rid of it, of course. And that unlocks the secret chest. Oh, I already got that bee before. Man, why did I start with a spike ball? So yeah, it actually keeps all your weapons what you previously had. And that's the end of that. So yeah, if you're looking for a new twist in the Ghosts and Goblins series, you found it right here. Although I haven't played Ghosts and Goblins Ultimate, I think that might have been some differences. Actually, let's try down this time. Get rid of that jester while we're at it. Oh, freaking jester! You're more worse than the Joker. Well, not really. Well, actually, I'm not sure if that's the one way to describe him. So yeah, there's also another level that I actually played to candles exactly. And now there's also a fire burner right there. And he took me out before I took him out. I might just try one more attempt at that and then we'll just call it a day really, because I don't want you to watch me die and die and die and die and die a lot. Up. Yeah, see? Some of the... Oh. Up. Gotta make sure I switch to lightning. Which, if I didn't say it to my newer players, if you're still watching this, you have to hold down the attack button to activate these magic abilities. Right now, we're trying to use these on these bats. I need to wait for them to come fly at me. Like that. Right now, I gotta face this guy again. Oh! Ooh! Oh, let's get to that checkpoint. Yeah, the checkpoint was important, really. You know what, since I made it this far, let's try and continue. Oh, come back! Oh, I missed that. Oops. Oh, gotta take out that pig. Also, that crow's going to attack. Oops, what was I thinking? Gotta make sure those pigs don't get close to me. And now that I'm in here, you probably know what comes next. This guy. Gotta make sure he... Oh, and in this zone, he can actually summon minions. Give me a bad gate. Oh. And I think I got away from him. Oh! Oh! That didn't go so well. Okay, you know what? Just so I don't break my controller, I'm going to stop right there and return to the main menu to wrap this all up. So yeah, that's Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. It will cost you £24.99. That required 3 GB of storage, but Since the Switch doesn't have any achievements or trophies, there's also the challenge list here, where you've been given a set of 31 challenges to complete, really, such as level completions and also hidden certain conditions as you play through the game. Well, that's some of the features I can talk about right now, but if there are some that I have missed, let me know in the comments, and I hope this will give you an idea what you'll be getting for your money. Check back with me later, and I'll tell you what I think of Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection and all the other games I've been playing in a completed menu. And if you like what you see, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Plus, stay in touch on my Twitter page, link in description down below. But until then, I'm Zacharoni. Enjoy your pizza, remember to wash your hands, and I'll see you next time.